Hello class 5. I hope you all are good. Today I am going to teach you social study. I hope you celebrate Independence Day. This is Independence Day is your national festival. Okay, you know about that. Today I am going to teach you chapter 3. Your chapter 3 is weather and climate. Okay, now open your page number 19. Here is some caution for you. What type of day do you like? Which type of day do you like? Cloudy or sunny? I think most of the students like cloudy weather. And write the highest and the lowest temperature of the place you live. Where you live in Lucknow. You write the highest and the lowest temperature. Okay. And now in this chapter we will discuss about the differentiate between the weather and the climate, identify the factors that affect the climate of a place and define climate change. Okay, these are some points we will discuss about in this chapter. Let's start. Weather, the condition of the atmosphere at a place over a short period of time is called weather. It may change from day to day and even from hour to hour. Atmospheric conditions with respect of temperature, humidity, wind, sunshine, clouds, etc. make up the weather. Here is the definition of climate. What is climate? Climate is a condition of atmosphere at a place over a short period of time. Short period of time, 1 hour, 2 hour or 3 hour. Okay, and this is called weather. And it may weather may be changed day to day, even hour to hour. Okay, for example, when we get up in the morning, we see that some cloudy, the sky is cloudy. When we go to school, sun is shining, and when we back to home, the raining. This is the weather, and it will be changed maybe day to day or hour to hour. I will explain you again. Weather is daily state of atmosphere in a particular place. Okay, it can be hot or cold, dry or wet, still or windy. The weather of a place keeps changing throughout the day. It could be windy in the morning, rainy in the afternoon, and cool and pleasant in the evening. Okay, this is weather. Now, climate, the average condition of a place over a long period of time. Okay, remember this thing and underline this thing. Long period of time is called climate. It is very important factor that influences man's life, including his food, clothing, shelter, economic activities and overall development. There are different type of climate around the world. The climate is not same at all places. It differs from place to place. Some countries have very hot climate while other have very cold climate. Okay, and what is climate? It is the average condition of a place over a long period of time is called climate. Climate is the average weather condition in large area over a long period of time, typically 30 years or more. It is measured in terms of the amount of annual rainfall or snow, the average annual temperature, the humidity, the pressure and the winds experienced by a region. The climate of a place affect the lives of a plant, animal, human being. It influences the clothing people wear, the crops they grow, and the food we eat. Okay, the climate influence men's life also. The way we clothing and shelter, how which kind of house we make in that place. Okay, for example, when we saw the hilly areas, the house of the hilly areas is different, and the plain areas house are different because of the climate. And the clothing also, in mountain region people wear woolen clothes, and the plain areas people wear cotton clothes. Okay, and the economic activities also affect the climate, and the climate is different type around the world also. Some places, some continents are very cold, for example Antarctica. Okay, and which receives very less sun rays. That places are cold. Okay, and factor influencing climate. Next heading, the climate condition of a place are influenced by many factors. Some of the factors determining the climate of a particular area or a place are given below. Some factors affect climate also. Which are these factors? Let's discuss about. First is distance from the equator, latitudes. We already learn about latitudes in your previous chapter. What is latitude? Now see here, page number 19. Here is a picture. Sun rays falling on the earth. Okay, the sun shines vertically over the equator throughout the year. Therefore, it is very hot near the equator. As we move away from the equator toward the poles, the sun ray falls slantwise and they provide less heat. Here is the equator. The half center part of the earth is equator. It receives vertical sun rays. See here, it receives vertical sun rays, and some areas receives slanting sun rays. Okay, therefore temperature away from the equator decreasing with the increase in latitudes. When latitude is increasing, the sun rays is decreasing, the temperature is decreasing. On the basis of the temperature, 3 heat zones are found on the globe. First we will explain this sun rays falling on the earth, this picture. After that we will discuss about some heat zones. Okay, 3 heat zones are there, which is torrid zone, okay, moderate and frigid zone. The first factor is distance from the equator, latitudes. Look at here, this is earth. Okay, and we know that earth is tilted. Okay, this is earth and this is sun. This is equator and these are the latitudes. The part of equator okay, the equator, it receives sun rays, direct sun rays from the sun, and these areas, these part receive slanting sun rays, okay. The poles gets very less, receives very less heat, that's why the poles are cooler than equator. These are the poles. This is south pole and this is north pole. Usually the closer a place is to the equator, the hotter it is. The further we move away from the equator, the colder it gets. This happens because as the result of its spherical shape, part of the earth receive different amount of sunlight. The equator and the places close it receive the vertical rays of the sun, okay. That's why the equator is hotter than poles. Now turn your page. On the basis of temperature, 3 heat zones are found on the globe. What are 3 heat zones? Torrid zone. Torrid means very hot areas on the earth, of the earth. The torrid zone lies on both sides of the equator. Both sides of the equator, between the Tropic of Cancer in the north and the Tropic of Capricorn in the south. Now look at here in this picture. Torrid zone, this part of the earth, okay, above the equator and below the equator. Below the Cancer, Tropic of Cancer, and above the Tropic of Capricorn, this part of earth is torrid zone because it receives vertical sun rays from the sun, okay. This zone is very hot, usually throughout the air. Now see here, frigid zone means cold zone. The frigid zone that lie between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole is called the North Frigid zone. The zone that lie between the Arctic Circle and the South Pole is called the South Frigid zone. Both these areas are near the pole and receive slanting sun rays, so that they are cold. Now look at here. Frigid zone. The frigid zone that lie between the Arctic Circle. Okay, here is Arctic Circle and the North Pole is called the North Frigid. The zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the South Pole. This is frigid zone, okay. This is frigid zone. It is near the poles, South Pole, and between the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, and the North Pole, between the Antarctic Circle and the North Pole, okay. This is frigid zone because this receives slanting sun rays. And temperate or moderate zone. The temperate zone lies between the torrid zone and frigid zone. Between the torrid zone and the frigid zone, this is torrid zone and this is frigid zone. Between the torrid zone and the frigid zone, it is temperate zone. Temperate zone means moderate, okay, neither hot or neither too hot or not too cold. Between the torrid zone and the frigid zone is in the both hemisphere, the climate of this zone is either too hot or not too cold. These are the three heat zones of the earth. Now next factor, height above the sea level, altitude. That means altitude, height above the sea level. The height of a place above the sea level is called the altitude. Temperature of any place decreases as the height of the land increases. As we go higher, the climate gets cooler. The peaks of a mountain remain covered with snow. At higher altitude, the temperature is lower than in the plains, so the hill stations like Nainital and Shimla are cooler than Delhi or Uttar Pradesh even in summers. But when the snow melts into water, it slides down the mountains and reaches the low altitude. For example, Chennai and Bangalore are most equal in distance from the equator, but Bangalore is much cooler than Chennai, as Bangalore is above sea level while Chennai is almost at the sea level. The next factor is the height above the sea level. Also depend places along the coast and the cooler in the summer and the warmer in the winter, then places located in land at the same latitude. This is because the ocean and the sea take longer to heat up, cool down and than land. Don't you feel cooler when you travel to hill station? In fact, if you travel by road from plain to a hill station, as you keep on going higher, you will be able to feel the change in the climate. When we go any mountain or hill area, you feel that when you go the higher, the temperature is decreasing. The lower is the temperature, therefore the weather change with change in the height from the sea level. Next is distance from sea. Here are some questions for you. What are the heat zones found on the globe? On the basis of the temperature, we find three heat zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. These are the three heat zones. What type of climate is of frigid zone? Very cold climate. Okay. And what type of climate is of torrid zone? Very hot climate. Okay. Distance from the sea, places located near the sea experience an equable climate which is neither too hot nor too cold. We can say that they have moderate climate. The places away from sea are very hot in summers and very cold in winters. This is due to sea breeze and land breeze. Land heat up and cools faster than water. During the daytime, the land being hotter as hot air above it, while sea water has cooler air above it. Thus a cool sea breeze blow toward the land. The reverse happens at night, causing the land breeze. This result in a moderate climate. That is why Mumbai and Goa, which are situated close to the sea, have a moderate climate, while Delhi, being far away from the sea, has an extreme type of climate. Distance from the sea is also another factor which affect the climate of any place. The area which is near the sea or coastal areas, here the moderate temperature, because now see in this picture what is happening. Look at here. In daytime, here are two pictures. Look at the picture. During the summer, the land's heated up. The land heated up. This is land, and it is heated up faster than water. As a result, the land is warmer than the sea. Okay, in summers, this lead to sea to the land. This lead the blowing of cool sea breeze from the sea to land. The sea breeze help in bringing down the temperature of the place situated near the sea. In summers, when land heated up faster, the hot wind rises up and the cold wind also rises up, and when we meet together, they decrease the temperature in that part and that area. In summers, in night, okay, the land get cooler faster, and it rises cool air, and this water, rises warm water. When they meet together, the temperature will be moderate. Now here is the direction of wind. Wind also plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. If the wind blow from the cool area, it will be cool, while if it blow from the hot region, it will be hot. Winds coming from the hot region increase the temperature, while the winds coming from the cold region decrease the temperature. Winds blowing from the sea towards the land are cool and moist. These winds often cause rainfall. In this way, winds influence the climate of the area. Direction of the wind also affect the climate of any places. The direction of the wind also determine the climate of a region. Wind may be hot, cool or full of moisture depending on the place from where they are coming. For example, the hot winds blowing from Rajasthan during the summer make Gujarat very hot. In winters, cold wind from Himalaya make Punjab and Haryana cold. If the wind are coming from the region that are hot, they increase the temperature of the place which is hit. Similarly, if the wind are coming from cold region, they decrease the temperature of the region. It's depend of the winds which is in which place it is coming from. If it is coming from mountain region, it affect another place nearby the place also. Okay, if the wind is hot, it also affect nearby the places. Okay, the direction of wind also depend on the height of above the sea level, also depend the weather of the area, and distance from the equator also influence the climate. Okay, these are the factors. And next is humidity. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. Humidity is the water present in the air. The climate of a place is also affected by the humidity in its air. The wind blowing from sea to land bring a lot of moisture with it. The wind, it is blowing from sea to land, okay, which is having lot of moisture. Those make the weather humid. The places near the sea are more humid than those that are far from the sea. Okay, which is understood that the near the sea, the place is near the sea. The air is also having moisture with it. When the humidity is high, we feel sticky and hot and sweat a lot. When the humidity is low, the air is dry and our skin feels dry and our lips start chapping. Places near the sea have high humidity, while the places far away from the sea have low humidity. Place where the humidity is high experience more perception like rain or snow. So hot and humid places like those lying along the equator have heavy rain, while desert have very little humidity. Okay, desert area have very little humidity and therefore receive almost no rainfall. And now next, global warming. Global warming and the greenhouse effect. Another very important factor causing climate variation is the human factor. Different human activities like deforestation means cutting down trees for making construction or any factories. Cutting down tree is deforestation. Greater consumption of fuel causing greater pollution. We use petrol. Okay, these things also affect our weather, climate, lead to greenhouse effect, which result in global warming. Global warming refer to an average increase in the earth atmosphere, which is turn causes changes in climate. Global warming is a result of a greenhouse effect caused due to an increase in the level of certain gases like CO2 and water vapor in the atmosphere, which trap more energy of the sun the required. According to scientists, the earth has warmed by about 1 degree Fahrenheit over the past 100 years. Global warming is also affecting the climate. Scientists believe that due to various reasons the climate pattern of the earth is changing. One of the major reasons of the climate change in our country is rapid growth of industries. They emit heavy smoke, thus affecting the climate. Another reason is deforestation. To meet the needs of the ever-growing population, forests are being cut, which in turn is leading to change is climate. Excessive agriculture is also one of the major reasons of the climate change. To grow crop, farmers need land. They either cut the forest areas or burn the shrubs and grasses grown on the patch of the land and use it for cultivation. The harmful gases that are emitted from the various means of transport used also lead to change in a climate in our country. These are the effects, and according to scientists, the earth has warmed by about 1 degree Fahrenheit over the past 100 years. And next is rainfall. Rainfall is another important factor in deciding the nature of the climate of a particular place. The hot air evaporate water and forms water vapor. When the water vapor are carried by the wind over the land, the wind becomes cooler and the water vapors change into cloud and fall to the ground as rain. This is the main reason that areas near the sea get more rain than the areas far away from the sea. So Chennai gets more rain than Delhi, and for example now we are currently recently Mumbai receive very heavy rainfall because Mumbai is near the sea. Okay, that's why Mumbai receive very rainfall. according to our area, Uttar Pradesh and Lucknow also. Huh? Okay. And next is ocean currents. The ocean currents are the movement of ocean or sea water produced by rotation of the earth. They are set in motion by the wind, temperature and salinity difference. They mostly affect the climate of the coastal area as they are warm or cold currents. Ocean current mostly affect on coastal areas. Ocean current means the movement of the earth, the movement of the rotation of the earth is produce the movement of the ocean water also, and it affect the motion by the wind, temperature and the salinity difference, okay, which affect the coastal areas, which means the coastal areas are warm and cold current by the movement of the earth. Here your chapter is completed. Read this chapter again by own and underline the hard words. Do hard words in your notebook. I will send you worksheets also, and do a hard word in your notebook and question answers. Do question answers and make this picture in your notebook also. The two pictures in page number 20, heat zones and the land breeze. Okay, two pictures you will draw in your notebook also. And now take care and learn these question answers. Okay, bye, take care all of you.